Welcome back guys. In the course, in this lecture we'll discuss PHP filters. So filters are basically used to filter data, different kind of data, and you can use this for validation as well. So here if we go to PHP official website and see the data filtering, so you can find all the information here, and filter has some functions like filter has where, filter ID, filter underscore input underscore array, filter underscore where, etc. And you can find all the information in example codes here on this page. Just write PHP filters in Google and you will find this php.net website, which is the official website for PHP. So come here and in the Notepad++, just we'll make save as the page. We'll say filters.php, so you can discuss it a little bit. PHP filters. Now we'll remove this whole previous code, save the page. Now we'll just add a form, action nothing at the moment, and method will be post. And inside the form tag I will add two inputs, like one will be is equal to text and name will be URL. That's it. And another input will be type is equal to submit button and name will be sub and value will be is equal to submit. That's it. Control S to save. Now first of all I will say if is the button is clicked, if I set $_post and this button is clicked, sub I'm talking about. So this is just for checking whether this is clicked or not. If this is not clicked, then the code should not run and should not be executed. But when this is button is clicked, then we say first get the the URL. We create a local variable with URL name, and then we use post method to get the value from this input field, where we have given the name as URL. Now we can now validate this or check this whether this text field has URL or not. For example, we say if, and here we will add filter underscore where function. This is the function basically, filter where, the function with two parentheses, and the next two parentheses are of if statement, and these two curly brackets are also for the if statement. So the filter, inside the filter where function, we will first give the value which is URL and then a comma, and then we'll say filter underscore validate. This you should write in capital, validate URL. So this means it will validate the URL whether this is a URL or not, a website address or not. So we'll say echo if this is the URL. We'll say an h2 tag, we'll add a h2 tag. We'll say this URL is okay, this URL is valid, else we'll just copy this line, paste it here, this URL is not valid. So this filter underscore where function will check using this this command, filter underscore validate underscore URL, whether the URL is valid URL or not. Let's to the page, go to our folder and filters.php, and I will add something like just any text, click submit. This URL is not valid URL, this is not valid. Now I will say www.onlinetutoring.com. this is a valid URL basically, submit, but this is still not valid. So I say okay, http www.onlinetutoring.com, submit. This URL is valid. That's mean the URL which we added with http, then backslash, 2 backslashes and colon and www dot. So you have to write the URL in full form, so this will be then valid, otherwise it will not be valid. Any value if you put, for example I just say my name, submit, this URL is not valid. This is only done by this filter where function with the filter validate URL, and the value we have given that check this whether it is a URL or not. So you can easily validate different kind of inputs or different kind of data using this option, this filter where variable. Now if I say email, for example, I'll change this to, sorry, this is URL. I will say another, I will create another variable with email, $_post email, Control S to save. Now here I will copy this, basically input, paste it, and we'll add it email as name. We can target that. Now I will just say validate URL email, and we'll change this to email. This email is valid, this email is not valid. That's it. Control S to save. Come here, refresh the page. Now in this we have done that. We need to remove that, basically URL. We don't need this for now. Control S to save and refresh. Now I am entering my name, for example, like this. So this is not a valid email, basically. This email is not valid. Okay, we will remove this as well, because they say there is no value like that. Anyways, it's okay, saying this email is not valid. Once again I add anything like this, submit, it says this email is not valid. If I add an email like mine one, this is a proper structure of email like awpreshan@gmail.com, submit, say this email is valid. So because we can actually, using the filter underscore where function, we can validate the email and URL and different kind of data, and you can go here to this filter where function on PHP manual, and you can find all the things whatever you can just do with it. Here you can filter anything. There are different examples of codes on this page. So I have just taught you the basic thing from filters, because this is basic, mainly basic things, and I hope you have understood this. What I have taught you here is simple. You use the filter where function. Now in the next lecture we'll discuss PHP file, so we can actually create files in PHP. Stay tuned.